Welcome to Soccer Factory TV. Today we got another kind of video coming up. We're talking about mini habits and better results. What does the mini habits actually mean? The mini habits means that you make the expectation so low that it's almost impossible to fail them. For example, if you make your goal that you train 6 times 10 minutes in a week, this is almost impossible to fail. It is only 6 times 10 minutes, but it is consistent 6 times 10 minutes, which equals 1 hour a week. And that makes 4 hours in a month. But on the other hand, if you would train 48 hours in few weeks, that goes to the short-term memory. And that is really wasted time. So when you're working on something, work that so that it gets into the unconscious level, and that means the mastering the skill. If you work everything into the short-term memory, that means that your foundation is very weak. You gotta have a solid, strong foundation. Let's put it this way. If you set a goal that you wanna work 1 hour every day, well, now you're basically already setting yourself in a failure. You know that it's almost impossible to do it. You know already that you're setting very high expectations for yourself. Because now, if something happens in a life, you might be sick for 2 days, or you might be injured for 2 days. Now you have 2 days what you have to work back. So that doesn't only mean that you're missing 2 hours, you have to work the other 2 hours in that next day when you're able to work again. And let's just stagger that. You have to miss 10 days for whatever reason in a month. You're already 10 hours behind. And this will only lead into the feeling of a failure. And you don't want that, because that is not a really good teacher. But if you put the expectations so low that you're always doing a little bit extra, you're overachieving, and that really releases dopamine in your brain, and this really makes you feel good about yourself, and you're most likely willing to work a little bit more every time. For example, if you work 3 times a week, 5 minutes extra, that is an extra hour in a month, which means 12 extra hours in a year. And in 12 hours, I'm pretty sure you're capable to learn any kind of skill. You gotta start with small steps, which will lead into the bigger steps and bigger results. Consistency is the key. Learning is not a sprint, it is a marathon. Or the other words, we can put this into the repetitions. Let's say you wanna learn a skill move, and you do 6 times 20 repetitions in a week. That is 120 repetitions. In a month, that equals about 480 repetitions. And you don't have to be Einstein. After a couple of weeks, you will probably do more than that, 500. And I'm pretty sure after 500 deliberate repetitions, you will be pretty good at this skill, and you can change to another one. If you keep changing those routines and skills here and there, you will create a huge toolbox for yourself. So build yourself a 10-minute routine, which you do for a month, tweak it if you need it, change it after a month, and see where you're at. For example, these 10-minute little mini habits could be your warm-ups before the practices or games. So this is very easy to implement everywhere where you are. So if you, for example, train 3 times a week and you have a game, you have already 4 times 10-minute mini routines. So that means at home, you only have to do twice the 10 minutes. And let's put it this way, if you really enjoy this game, you shouldn't probably really even think about if 10 minutes is too much for you. Because if 10 minutes, it feels like a chore for you, and as you have to sacrifice something else to do it, don't put your expectations to play in high levels either. You gotta be honest to yourself and accept that where you're gonna be playing. Don't expect miracles to happen when you're not ready to put the effort in it. And keep in mind, weather is just another lame excuse. And with these little routines, this would be a great time to implement, for example, 2/3 of the time you're working with your weaker foot. What a great way to make your weaker foot even stronger. Try to find out what are the most important skills to you and keep those all the time in a routine. And now whatever you think is the most important skills in this game, they will get stronger and stronger. So if you believe that skill moves are the most important thing in this game, then you better have those skill moves in every routine and get better at them. So now you're deliberately focusing on the most important things in the game. For example, to me, the most important skills are dribbling, passing, receiving, controlling the ball, and shooting. So most likely in my routine, I have those elements always there. So if I believe dribbling, passing, shooting, and controlling the ball are the most important skills in this game, those are always in my routine. And then the less important stuff, I can do it on the side. But most of the time, I'm working with the skills, what are the most important skills in this game. And this way, you will get stronger and stronger in your game. So all in all, start small and build up from there. Whatever your time frame is. I'm just using 1 hour and 10 minutes as an example because they are easy numbers and you get the point. But whatever your low expectation could be, but I don't know what your low expectation is. Your low expectations might be higher than somebody's high expectations. Don't take me literally with these times with the 10 minutes and 1 hour, because my lower expectations might still be higher than your higher expectations. If I think that my low expectation is 30 minutes in a day, that could be that is your higher expectation. You have to find your low expectations and keep overachieving that all the time. That is the greatest tool to get better. Thank you for watching. See you next time.